Hey guys, part two this morning. Breaking news, if we could say that. So we know that it's heads have started to roll at the House of Mouse, right? Burbank is literally restructuring. Disney Studios is completely restructuring. The whole company as a whole is restructuring. More news has been coming out of what is expected of Bob Iger. And the stock market even actually yesterday surged a bit to like 6% surge, which is pretty wonderful considering that it had been tanking about 40+%. So some of the word that's going on in the street, and again, this is coming to some of my old sources in Hollywood. And by the way, you could also pick up, you kind of read in between the lines of what's being said also in the financial world, okay? But something that hasn't been clearly spoken about is that the biggest shareholders are the ones that really pushed aboard that they could not continue to take any loss, right? As I said in part one, they're already bracing for a huge loss with Avatar. Avatar, they don't see them making their money back, but the Disney is expected, literally lost like $1.5 billion in the last quarter, in the financial year. I got to double check exactly, if it was a quarter. I think it was the entire year, and a lot of this had to do with the amount of money they were pouring into Disney Plus. They're spending a lot of money on content. But what I really want to get to here is some of my old sources are telling me exactly what we kind of mentioned a couple days ago. Bob Iger has come in, stuff that was spoken about in the board meetings, or some of the conversations they've been having, is that they were expecting a lot more out of Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm has not been, they were expecting one movie minimum a year from Lucasfilm. Instead, we're getting none. I think the next movie is slated like for 2025 or something like that. That's going to be 6 years after Rise of Skywalker, right? And if you do the math, that approximately each of these Star Wars movies, even the bad ones, were generating anywhere from 800 million to $1 billion. That was still leaving a lot of dough on the table for the company. Well, they haven't done that. So just like they were starting to restructure, Disney expects a major restructuring coming from Lucasfilm and a new mandate. There is going to be a mandate that they're expecting to see at least one movie a year. And one of the things that everyone's expecting Disney to do is to go back to their core principles. Again, let's see what happens. Again, the ones that I'm hearing is going to be kind of untouched, right? That's not much is going to be told to is Marvel. For the most part, again, the studio has a lot of confidence in Kevin Feige. They might kind of restructure a little bit. That there was a little too much content on Disney Plus that wasn't up to par. And I think they're talking about maybe She-Hulk. How does this fit as a company at the end? Bob Iger is making a lot of big decisions. They're going to be changing a lot of things. Expect more news. Again, yesterday you heard that Bob Chapek's right-hand man was literally let go. And again, expect more to happen. Alrighty, fingers crossed, guys. Because look, Jim Cramer about 2 weeks ago was literally calling for the firing of Bob Chapek for the poor mismanagement of Disney. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of voices that in the financial world that are doing the same about Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy has done a poor job running Lucasfilm. Let's see what happens here. But again, the word is that part of the big restructure is putting Lucasfilm, informing Lucasfilm that they have to produce more content. All right, guys, stay tuned. Check us out. We should hopefully be tonight at the TCL Chinese Theater for the Nerd Report, Popcorn Planet, Jody's Corners meetup. All right, guys, take care.